Junkin' Fool over here in Porterville. Beautiful day out here in the village of Porterville. So I got this starter put on this thing. I put an old battery in there, but I don't think it's going to start. Get the new starter on there. Let's see if it even cranks. I had to jump it earlier, so. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to put it on the charger overnight. That battery's been sitting out all winter. So I did get that one running. It moves part of the time. I'm not sure if it's low on fluid or what. No reverse, and I really had to push this pedal down to get it to go into drive. About popped the wheelie the first time. That's reverse there. I guess there's some valves in there that get stuck, and you pump them like that a lot of times and they'll start working. So I was working on that. At least I got it where I can stick the charger on it and move it. This one here runs pretty good, but I was jumping with it the other day and running it off the battery, and I run the battery dead, but it fired up. This is the problem here today. Watch your eyes with this stuff now. I got an issue with this one. And it's squirting out. Oh, I put the plugs back in. It's pumping out the plug holes. That ain't good. So I pulled the valve cover off, and the fuel pump's running. It's got electric fuel pump apparently. So I pulled the valve cover off, and the valves all seem to be working, so I'm pretty sure it jumped the timing belt. Oh, better not get that too smoky down there. I got the jumpers and the battery and everything hooked to it. So what it's doing is filling them cylinders up with gas, and then it's not wanting to crank. So you got to pull the radiator, pull the motor mounts, and slide this whole motor forward or take it off there. I'll probably pull this cover to get to the timing belt on this one. I checked the compression. It had basically 0 to 30. I just bought a new compression gauge. Pretty handy when you can actually, it's long enough for these fittings where you can actually put the thing in there and set on the tractor and crank it. But yeah, it wasn't even hitting 30 on that thing. So I'm going to wait a little while and get that motor, I think, pulled off, slide it forward, and check that timing out. I'm pretty sure it's jump timing. Trying to get some of the projects done. I want to get this one fired up. Last I knew, this should just fire it up, put some gas and the charger on it. That beast there. Old battery out of a car I stripped down. It was a good battery. I brought it up a little closer. Ah, the chickens are wanting out. This here, I got to change the hydraulics in the back half. The last couple winters, or last time I went to use it was a couple winters ago, and the hydraulics didn't work, and it's got a lot of condensation in there in the fluid, and these are leaking real bad. So I was looking on the computer today. Actually, I got a book on it, but I was looking on the computer. It takes like 8 gallons of hydraulics to fill it, so I'm going to replace them boots. And then I'm going to change the fluid for winter. The hydraulics work fine in the summer, but a couple years ago when I went to plowing with it, the snow, it didn't want to go. So I think that'll take care of the problem. I thought maybe the pump went out of it, and I fired it up this year to work on it, and everything's working like it's supposed to. So I think it's just freezing up on me. Yeah. Still got some mud out here, and thought I'd take a stroll out here to show you some of the load we picked up yesterday. Or the day before yesterday? Yesterday, I guess it was. A lot of iron in here. I come out and started throwing some of the bulkier stuff off, and then the boss lady, Debbie, she come out, was unloading somewhere. I was working on them tractors. It's pretty hot out. We're not real excited about getting it done too quick. I told her, well, if I don't get done, we got the other truck. I'll come back out, and we kind of take turns working on it. So we got these chairs right here. That old oil can. that stuff there, that old toppity, old milk jug top, she must found that in there. And just some rotors, a bunch of 2-foot here, that old lawnmower, humidifier, some heads off of something. I haven't even looked at, oh wow, them look like new valves in them. There's 2 of them around here. Don't know what them go to. Chevy 6-cylinder bet. Well, it says GM. The sun's kind of glaring, so I don't know if you can see that. We got some metal, some of this come off that load. I think that wash machine did. I know that barbecue grill did. And them TVs and these weights here. And stuff's trying to fall off. There's some stuff that was thrown over there. Some aluminum that was thrown there. There's still quite a bit on here. A couple propane tanks. Well, there's one on this one. That's a good weight in there. There's a crank in there for something. So there's some autocast in there. Crank, rotors, bare blocks. They all go as the same around here for clean autocast, and that's, I don't even know what it is a ton. I got some scattered around, but I'm not ready to take it in yet. We're waiting to see what happens. But yeah, we're probably going to take a load of this tin in. I don't know, I think it might drop another $10 a ton. Get rid of the tin, the appliances and what have you. Some of this stuff will shear up. It's a beautiful day. My tire's kind of looking a little low there. So yeah, I don't know what all we got in here. Little bit of brass there. That looks like a well point or something, or a part of a well, I think. Piece of brass. I think there's a couple electric motors under here too, at least 2 or 3 of them. This is actually a pretty good sized electric motor. It's on this old fuel oil furnace. So we're trying to get this fuel oil delivered. I got a setup, but we just called the company for the heck of it. And the guy's got 400 gallons. And they said they would pick it up and deliver it for maybe $150. So I don't know, if I don't get my stuff going, ready to go, I might just have them do it. That's pretty good a deal for 400 and at least, well, right around 400 gallons of fuel oil, for even delivered for 175. That's pretty cheap, because I could run my backhoe and probably my garage for a few years on that. I've got a tank and stuff I'm trying to set up, but I've got so many projects, sometimes it's better for me just to let somebody else deal with it, and they come and pump it whatever I got over here to pump it in. I got one tank set up, 175 gallon, but I need something that's clean and doesn't have any holes to get all of it in one trip. So maybe some of them plastic heavy duty garments or whatever, it's got the wire cage, I don't know what they call them things. I see people using them for water and stuff like that once in a while, for gardens or whatever. Another one of these Toros. Sure is a lot of these things around. Almost every video I'm watching, it seems like they're picking them up, and most of them look like brand new. I got a couple of them myself, but I know Mr. Scrappy seems like he picks up 2 or 3 a day. And Scrap Life 24/7 getting them all the time. I got a couple of them. I've sold a few of them, but don't know. Oh, there's Rocky the squirrel. You want to say anything, Rocky? Huh? You been climbing on Don's head? Where you going? See, like that motor, if I wanted to pull that out, I could throw that right in my rotors and get the same price. Them pistons are just sitting in there. That's a big block. That's what that's for, sizing this car for a big block. It's got the transmission hooked to it, up to it. So yeah, this week I'm supposed to be getting a couple vehicles brought out here, and I may stick an engine in this out of a Dodge and put it in the Chevy. Yeah, one time I was going to open a garage and call it Cobbler's Corners. We used to do that all the time. We'd put Chevys and Dodges and Chevys and Fords and Chevys, and one time we built up a motorcycle, and we had a Yamaha, a Suzuki, and a Kawasaki, and it run and drove and worked perfect. Parts from all three of them, and we called it a Yamasaki. Thing was fast too. So this is a Junkin' Fool over here in Porterville. Thought I'd do a video and show my issue. I believe it's a timing belt. Valves seem to be opening and shutting. If that timing belt's jumped, it's when it's supposed to be on compression. The intake's going to be open, so I don't believe it's going to get any compression or something like that. But so if I get this going or working on it, maybe I can do a video of it running. I may have to set it to the side until we get some more projects done, but I'm growing my potatoes in here. Get them started anyway. A couple of them are starting to get plants on them. This is the Junkin' Fool in Porterville. It's hot out here today. Watch that sun. Kind of bright and hot, so I'm going to go in and haven't done the air conditioner yet, but we're getting due to. We're going to have to put them in the windows. We got ceiling fans and that, but got spoiled with the air conditioners. Thanks for stopping by. Thumbs up, subscribe, have a glass of tea or something cold. Have a good day. Go find some junk. Goodbye.